So why I joined KW over all the other brokerage options around? Well, I'm just going to be really super transparent on this one. The biggest thing for me is probably the culture. Every time I walk through that office door, it's literally like family. I mean, there's a place for everyone, and there's so many groups and diversity communities and help for different aspects of your business. There's always training, there's always someone to turn to when you have a question. And that's the biggest thing I hear from agents that come from other companies is they never had any help, they didn't know what they were doing, and they didn't know who to turn to. They had no support system. And I think that's such a big thing, especially, whether you're new to the business or not, real estate is ever changing. And if you have no one to watch your back and make sure that you're doing the best possible thing you can do for your clients, you're going to lose business. You're possibly going to get into a lawsuit, and the list just goes on and on. So I think that's such a big thing. My second thing is really the technology. Gary Keller has spent millions and millions of dollars making sure that his agents have the resources they need to succeed in this ever-changing market. There's so many disruptors out there. Zillow is the biggest one. What happens if Zillow starts offering free loans to people? They already purchased a bank, and that's the next step. They want to take your clients away from you. So Gary Keller combated that with Keller Mortgage. Now Keller Williams agents can offer the 0+ loan, which is no lender fees, no underwriting, no processing. And if the loan is $150,000 or more, your client gets $1,000 credit at closing to offset costs like the appraisal and the inspection. That's just one of the things that Gary Keller has done to make sure his agents are set up for success. We also have Command, literally a platform integrated CRM, customer management system that is linked into Facebook, it's linked into Google, it's linked into your email campaigns. You can link it with MailChimp, you can link it with all the other systems you may already be using. You can run Facebook ads, you can plan and schedule social media posts. You can create landing pages, manage your website. You can create QR codes that link for your open houses. The list literally goes on and on. It manages all your transactions. You can keep track of where you are on your goals and manage your ROIs. It has an extensive consumer management system so that your clients are always hearing from you on a scheduled and consistent basis. That way, no one ever falls through the cracks. No one likes the phone call when, hey, just calling to see if you want to buy a house. Oh, I actually just bought one. Sorry, I couldn't remember your name. We don't want that to happen. So Command helps you stay on top of that. In addition to that, they're always giving back to the community with days like Red Day or just standard community events. They give back to their agents through things like the profit share system, which I should note does not come out of your check, as a common myth that is spread around. Profit share comes from the owners of the company that agree when they purchase a franchise to give away 50% of the profits back to the agents. They have KW Cares, which helps agents that are experiencing financial hardships if they're dealing with a death or medical bills, no matter what it is. Life-altering, major issue, KW Cares will step in and support those agents with grant money that they don't even have to pay back. Not to mention when there's crazy natural disasters like the floods in Austin a couple years ago, KW Cares was the first one on the scene. They even got there before the Red Cross. I could go on and on with my personal experience with Keller Williams and how much it has really just blessed me to be at this company that has such a passion, not only for the community, but for its agents. It's always agent first. There's the Agent Leadership Council. Nothing happens in the company without the agents voting on it and making sure that it's something that we actually want. You're stakeholders in your own company. You have a say in what happens. And it's an open book. If you ever want to know where all the money is going in your market center, you literally can go to the market center and ask them for the books, and they will give them to you. We close out every single month, and everything is balanced, and you can see the whole expense sheet and where everything went. Open book company. You can go to just about any brokerage and ask them if you can see where the money went and how much the broker got paid. They probably won't tell you. Now, another thing everybody wants to know is how much does it cost to be an agent at Keller Williams? Well, honestly, they're set up with a fabulous system called the capping system. So basically, I'll use my market center as an example. It's going to be different caps depending on where you're located across the country. But for myself in Oklahoma, the cap is only $18,000. So every year, once you've paid in $18,000 to the company, you keep 100% of your commissions after that, regardless of how many homes you sell. If you're at a brokerage right now and it's like a 70-30 or whatever split, you're paying that forever, no matter how many houses you sell each year. In addition to that, our monthly office bills are only $45 a month. That pays for all of our technology, the customer management, the apps that integrate to our websites. It pays for our errors and emissions insurance. It pays for copies. It pays for training. There's no better company out there. There's a reason Keller Williams is number one, and that's why. They have the culture, they have the technology and the resources, and they have the support system to make sure you succeed. Not only that, if you're curious about getting into real estate, Keller Williams has recently launched its own real estate school that is available in quite a few states. We're still working on Oklahoma. However, KW Prep is available in, I believe, all 50 states. So if you're curious about that, I can get you connected with the team leader and they can get you the resources you need. KW Prep will set you up for success before you even get to real estate school. So all that to say, that's been my experience at Keller Williams. I know you can go on YouTube and I find all kinds of videos about EXP versus Keller Williams. I have yet to talk to any EXP agent and them sell me on anything other than the fact that, oh, we have this really cool revenue share, not profit share, which is basically just a ripoff, not as good version of profit share. And honestly, that whole system is dependent on the person that recruited you. And if they stink, well, then you have no support. So it's kind of dumb. Keller Williams, even if there wasn't profit share, I would still be here because they have so much resources and so much help and literally anything you could possibly want to succeed in real estate. So I'll just leave you with that. That's my 2 cents on why I like Keller Williams.